all the directors. I just want to thank Stacy James for being my adopted national, Jan Harris, my adopted national, Mona Butters, my adopted national, Deb Pike, who also adopted me and Connie. And I am telling you, Julie, you've had such an impact. I am so excited. I think about the lives and the relationships that you all are building. To have Mary Diamond, are they rocking? Are you your support staff rocking? Make some noise for them. Dana Hayes, our communication, give her a big round of applause. Let's go. Well, I tell you, is there anybody here that wants to step out? Is anybody here want to step out? All right, well, I'll tell you what, people are watching you. I found that out whenever I had gone on my very first business trip about 25 years ago. I was feeling really good about myself. I find when I get to feeling really good about myself, the Lord loves to humble me. And I had flown into Salt Lake City. I went in there, I did my thing. I had the magic touch, the Midas touch. Oh my gosh, I was so powerful. I had learned how to dress. My senior director, the famous Connie Lamb, said, Diana, you might want to wear a silk skirt. I'm like, Connie, I wear BDUs, right? Which I was in the military at the time. I wear combat boots. I don't even really know how to keep my knees together in a skirt. So she said, well, get a long silk skirt. And I had never really dealt with all that back there. And so I was wearing my power outfit. I went into the bathroom, did my thing. I was walking out, and I just knew I was on my way to National. I'd only been in Mary Kay a couple of months, but I knew National was done. I was strolling. I started watching people. They were watching me. I'm like, I am really looking good in my flowing silk outfit. And then all of a sudden I noticed they started nudging each other. And I'm like, I am really looking good. Somebody's going to come up and want my business card. And so I went up to buy a mint, so I didn't offend them or anything. And I was so full of myself, this lady came up to me and she said, ma'am, your skirt is tucked in your pantyhose. And I don't wear panties with my pantyhose. So, I had mooned the entire Salt Lake City airport. Yes, people are watching, that is true. So, I knew I needed to step out in confidence. I go back 28 years ago, I was 23 years old. I was active duty in the Air Force. I got in the Air Force. People got any military folks out there? Not my military folks. Thank you for your service. I'm telling you, I loved where I was at. I was really, if you saw me, you would think I was living my dream life. It was everything I'd ever worked for. I've always known I was going to make 6 or 7 figures. I've always known I was going to be very successful at what I was doing. And to me, that's what defined a dream life. I was right on the track for that. I was hand selected to be a part. The gal doing sign language is like, you seriously? Oh my gosh. Okay. Pray for her. Okay, if you don't pray, just think about it. So it's all good. So I will tell you that I was at a point in my career where I really had come to a crossroads. And what was happening was, on the outside, I looked very powerful. I was the only woman ever selected to go into this particular career field. In fact, one of the systems I worked on was how the president talked to the head of the European forces. And that was a great job to have. It was a dream job, in fact, in my career field. But yet, if you saw me at 3 o'clock in the morning with crocodile tears rolling down my face because I was utterly exhausted, watching my marriage fall apart and watching my daughter cry because she did not want to come home with an exhausted, crappy mom, you saw a very pitiful woman 28 years ago. And I got to the point where I knew I have got to step out of the box. I have got to do something different. I've got to live a different life. And I started praying for something different. Well, on Tuesday, whenever I picked up our daughter, her babysitter, she was as tired, crabby, broke as I was. And on Wednesday, she started this Mary Kay thing. And sister, she was on fire. She was Mary Kay, Mary Kay, Mary Kay. And I'm like, you need to back it off, right? I wash my face with shampoo. I hate women. I hate women. I don't know where makeup goes. And she kept on. And so I dropped an F-bomb on her. And then she cried. And then I had to come to the event because I felt guilty. So that's how I ended up there. Walked in was Deb Pike, Mary Pat McGrath, and Connie Lamb, and I fell in love. I fell in love with the idea of powerful women going to work every single day to make a difference. I fell in love with women, powerful women going to work every single day to make money, to give money away. And I will tell you, that night I joined. And by the time I got home, I will tell you, I already got scared. I was going back in my box, and I started thinking of all those things. I can remember telling my husband I was going to do Mary Kay. Now, my husband could use the F word as a noun, verb, prepositional phrase, of which she shared all those with me, and then I was really committed. I remember going to work and everybody laughing at me, and telling me all these horrible things. And I called my director and I said, I can't do this Mary Kay thing. And she said, who rained on your parade? And I told her all of that. And she said, Diana, don't take advice from people that you wouldn't trade places with and consultants and directors. Hear my heart. In this pink bubble, God will lay a vision on your heart tonight and tomorrow that nobody else has got the right or the authority to speak into your life. If they don't have to pay the consequences for your choice, they have not earned the right to speak into your life. I need you to be big and brave, right? Is that right? I need you to be brave. You're sharing that with. Well, I'll tell you what, I got in, I got started, I did a perfect start, perfect stop. That dang red jacket, that was an elusive little thing. I remember calling Connie saying, my God, this is like nailing Jell-O to the wall. Get one here, get one there, that one drops. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm not going to tell you how many people I took. So then I was going along, and then all was good. My recruiter quit, and I freaked out. And then I had to make a decision. Was I going to step out of the box and live the life that I was called to live, or was I going to let her being afraid, or the bad manners of other people to make my life different? And so I decided I needed a little help there. And so anytime somebody makes an unwise decision, some of y'all have heard this, somebody quits, goes sideways, makes a little bonehead decision, bless their little hearts, you know, they're just doing all they can. So what we're going to do, we're going to practice. What I do is I wipe their name off the board. Everybody do that with me? Wipe their name off the board. Say, bless her little heart.
Bless her little heart.
She's doing the best she can.
She's doing the best she can.
And then I squirt myself with glitter. Because you cannot be sad and covered in glitter. So there you go. So there I went. I was out there working. I was excited. I got to Christmas. I was lazy. I didn't want to hold a party. I wanted to return my product. Connie said, wow, that surprises me. I didn't think you were a quitter. So I had to squirt myself with glitter and say, no, I'm not a quitter. I can't wipe my own name off my board. And then I went to work the very next month. I went on target. Hallelujah. I went on target. So excited. I forgot to tell anybody outside of Mary Kay about Mary Kay. And then I went off target. Oh, yeah, squirt myself again. And then out I go. Got to get going. I decided that I needed to learn how to be a blessing to women. That when I met somebody, I wouldn't think, how was I going to book her? I needed to think, how could I be a blessing to her? How could I lift her up, edify her, help grow her business? What is it that I could do to bless her? And then I could book her. Then I could get together with her. And then I could say, by the way, do you want to bring some friends? And then I would be clear on what I was doing, that my reputation would be sterling. I needed 17 people in my last 3 days to wrap up DIQ. That required a lot of glitter. And then off we went. I will tell you that we went out and made it happen. And now I realize it was time to step up to the Big Girls Club. Who's ready to step up? Oh my gosh, y'all are like, I just tell you, give yourselves a round of applause because you are the best career conference. Well, I will tell you, I had to change my goals change my activity to match my goals. Now, here's going to be a little audience participation. I found in order to go up in Mary Kay, I had to hold a power start by the 15th of the month, and that was 30 faces and 15 interviews by the 15th of the month. But you had to do it with, repeat after me, no excuses.
No excuses.
No drama.
No drama.
No fear.
No fear.
No tears. And then I was going, are you excited? That's what you're going to do every single day. I went out, I did the $500,000 unit club, got my first diamond. Oh my gosh, nobody in my family ever had a diamond. My dad was born in a tent. My grandparents were sharecroppers. We didn't even have a diamond. I think this is the silliest thing I've ever seen. I can go to Walmart with 26 carats of diamonds because I can. Right? Who's like to go to Walmart? I live in the South. That's all we got. So there. Go to the Dollar Tree. I do flip them in the Dollar Tree, but Walmart I'm safe. Okay, good. So then the next year I got so full of myself, I did the $450,000 unit club. Guess what ring you get at $450,000? None. Okay, so I said, squirt myself with glitter, and then I need to hold a power start by the 15th with what? No excuses?
No excuses.
Y'all gotta go faster, bigger. I'm gonna run out of time. Ready? No excuses?
No excuses.
No drama?
No drama.
No fear?
No fear.
No tears.
No tears.
Went on and did the $500,000, got another ring. And then I was afraid to go on trips. And I'm going to tell you that one of the things that I dealt with in this business was the fear of success. I remember telling my director, I can't go on trips because those people won't like me. Connie said, Diana, they like you now. Why do you think they won't like you on a trip? I'm like, Tom and I, we're just not those kinds of people. You have all these forks. There's a whole arsenal of things. And if you want a biscuit in my house, I'm throwing you a biscuit, right? That freaks me out. And you know, if we're going to have a party at my house, we're going to put a kegger out back and watch what happens. So, there you go. So that's kind of how we roll. So, all right, is anybody ready to step into the life of your dream? Anybody? Excited. And I got some new F words for you, and that is I got to take a look at my life now, And what I do is I will tell you that I love that in my faith I have the time and money to donate. Can you imagine how amazing it is to be able to get up every single day and to be able to think, Lord, where do you want me to give this money away? Who do you want me to be a blessing to? I want you to think about the skills now I'm able to build a leadership ministry at my church because of everything I learned through my Mary Kay. My family, Tom and I, have now been married 32 years, and that is very exciting. Yep, and I tell you what, if your man is not excited, put a free car in the driveway and take that man on a trip. And he will love you so much. Quit talking about what you're going to do and just go do it. I think about our daughter Samantha, who's the very first woman in our family to ever graduate college. And I can remember whenever she was in the second grade, it was so fun. I know I got to go fast. I'm sorry. TikTok. Okay, good. You'll have to save the applause for later because it's some good stuff. And so, but I remember getting a call from her teacher and she said, Diana, I have to tell you what Samantha said. I'm like, oh no, I wonder how she said the F word. I said it was her dad. And they said, no. I asked, could she have a volunteer? And she raised her hand. And she said, and I asked her, I said, does your mom not work? And she looked at me like I was stupid. And she said, no, she just talks on the phone and drives a pink Cadillac. How many of y'all would love that? That's a great thing. And now we are grandparents. My grand obsession, Dakota Brianne. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to see what great and amazing things are going to happen because it takes 4 generations to break a legacy. And it is officially broke in the name of our granddaughter right now. In the name of Jesus, I am so excited. And I want that for you, regardless of your religious affiliation. Hear me on this. There is a story that you are supposed to write. Don't hang up on the religious side of it. Don't hang up on the color of your skin or the size of your butt or, my gosh, Stacey James, you're absolutely the most sexy thing I have ever seen. I have a girl crush on Stacey James. Who else? So all I'm saying is don't get caught up in words and thoughts. It's your life. It's your lane. It's your story that needs to be told because what I believe is that you've got to design your dream life. I think of Debbie Volk, and she woke up one day with her 2-year-old and was diagnosed with cancer. Isn't she so thankful she built her business so that she could take a year off and be able to take care of that baby? And praise the Lord, she is 100% cancer-free. How exciting is that? I think of Lori Behrens, who's been able to support herself as a single director, teaching country and western dance lessons and working her Mary Kay business. I ask you, what would your dream life look like? If you could do, be, have, go anything, go anywhere, what would it be like? Well, I'm going to tell you, we're going to do a little analogy over here. And what I want you to do is because we are going to step out into the spotlight. And what I want you to realize is that as you're standing in there, this is many of you all, and you're covered in labels. And what are these labels? These are labels that people have put on you. These are labels that things have happened in your life. Maybe it was a decision you made whenever you were young, and instead of that being just what you did, it became who you are. Maybe you came from a family that's got a bad reputation, but that's not who you are. Maybe you're in a relationship or a job that you were never, ever designed to do, and you know that's not who I am, but yet there is no way you can get out of this box with all of these labels, these pitiful labels. And no matter how much you want to do the court of sales, no matter how much you want to be able to do that, you're not going to be able to get there with your little feet stuck in that box. You want to do the court of shearing? Guess what? You can't get there. You want to get a company car? No way, baby, because you are stuck right there in that box, laden down with the labels that other people have put on you, labels that they had no right to put on you, and labels that they do not have to pay the consequences are. You all have got to be brave enough, courageous enough to say, this is not who I am. I am drawing a line in the sand, and as for me and my legacy, I will make a difference. I will remove these labels through my Mary Kay business, label by label by